Shalom Yasharal. I'm back for a moment. I don't know how long I'll be here. I just wanted to share some more with you. Part one of that video where I shared the truth of what all this is with y'all got taken down. They removed it. They said it was a violation of their community guidelines and that it was medical misinformation. And, you know, I'm not surprised that happened. I'm actually surprised that I was able to get it out for as long as it was out there. So I'm going to have to, I'm going to make a backup because, you know, like I've said and I've stressed so many times before, we have a job to do. This obviously is something that that I'm supposed to do, because there's truths that the Most High has revealed to me that I would be a horrible person if I didn't share them with y'all and everyone I can, you know. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'll somehow keep y'all posted on what that platform is that I can make a backup, and I'm sure I'll make a backup on YouTube too. And I'll keep posting here as long as I can. You're looking at a picture of this guy right here, Philo, however you want to pronounce it, Philo Farnsworth. I have mentioned how I believe that the image of the beast is the television, right? And, you know, that this truth that I'm being led to, I haven't completely digested everything that I have seen yet. I haven't had enough time, I guess, because there's quite a bit. This truth isn't going to, you know, set your mind at ease with, you know, really anything. It's not going to maybe blow your mind. However, it is a truth that I don't think anyone has found yet. And it is something that, if shared with someone that still isn't 100% on board with Abba Yahuwah and on the way to his kingdom, this is something that would solidify their faith a lot more once they grasp just how true Abba's words are, and how he, you know, his word and the prophecy in the scripture lands with pinpoint accuracy. This is something, you know, that would let people know that, you know, doubting the word of the Most High and trying to poke holes in prophecy that comes from his word is futile, to say the least. Okay, so I said that the image of the beast is the television, right? Okay. Sorry about that. I think I'm recording, not for sure, but I believe so. Got a phone call there. That's the first time I've tried to answer it using this app here where I can record on my screen. So, as I was saying, I Googled who invented the television. I found this guy, Philo, and there's a lot of, well, there's not a lot of information on this fella, but there is a lot of articles and links that connect him to the free. I'm gonna have to come up with some words to use when talking about certain people, places, and things, if you catch my drift. And when he was 14, it said that he dreamt about creating the television. He had visions about it, and every time he spoke about what he was inventing, he always used the word image, right? Which that's, no smoking gun there. But his story is somewhat similar to Nikola Tesla's, because he went to Brigham Young University, and he eventually was approached by someone that was working for RCA, and they came in and did, kind of the same thing that happened to Nikola Tesla, supposedly. So, I found a few things that would make one, think that the image, for sure, is the television. And if you look at, if you read those chapters in Revelation where it's talking about the image of the beast and the two beasts, and you have that mindset that the television could possibly be the image of the beast, you'll see in Scripture alone will be enough for y'all that are truth seekers and that loves the Most High and His Word. You should be able to see it. I did for sure. I'm 100%, no doubt, sold that it is the television. And keep in mind that the word worship just basically means to obey. If someone watches a rap video and they want to go do some things that the rappers like to talk about, they pretty much obeyed the image of the beast and they worshiped Satan, the dragon, by watching and believing everything that thing tells them and acting on it. That's basically what they would be doing. They'd be worshiping the dragon. So then I got to looking into who could the beast be, right? And now, like, you might say, well, what importance, what significance does this have as far as what's happening now, what's going to happen in the future? Not too much, because once you know who the beast is, there's not much you can do about it other than, it might help you navigate through your journey a little better. But the main benefit that I see that anyone could gain from this knowledge is it will solidify your belief in what the Scripture says in prophecy and in Revelations, and it will make someone that maybe is still on the fence a little bit that it all might just be fairy tale. Once they see the pinpoint accuracy in Yahuwah's word, they might say, that's it. There's no way that this could be anything other than the Bible's words being fulfilled and coming true right here before my eyes, So anyways, try not to rant here. Try to make this quick. I started to look into who the beast might be. Now, if you let's go to Revelation and let's look together here, and I will show you what I have found. Okay, where are we at? I think we need to start in like Revelation. Oh yeah, forgive me. I sometimes forget to go straight to the TS 2009. We'll try chapter 13, and I like to use the scriptures, so. Okay. Yep, 13. Okay, so John says, I stood on the sand of the sea, and I saw a beast. Let's make sure we're recording here. Yep. And I saw a beast coming up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns. And on his horns 10 crowns, and on his heads names of blasphemy. And the beast I saw was like a leopard, and his feet were like the feet of a bear, and his mouth like the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power. So Satan gave the first beast his power and his throne and great authority. And I saw one of his heads as having been slain to death. Now, that is one, key phrase right there, statement that you're going to want to keep in mind. Just remember that he had, one of the heads had been slain to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the earth marveled after the beast. And they worshiped the dragon, who gave authority to the beast. And now you have to understand that, there's a few Satanists out there, Luciferians, where they worship behind closed doors and stuff, but what is being talked about here is on a grand scale, and it's more than likely being done through deception. Yeah, these people like to listen to their rap videos and watch graphic movies and television, and they see nothing wrong with all that stuff the way we do, but they don't think of it as bowing down and worshiping Satan at his feet. No. But are they not? Wouldn't that be what they're doing when they are glued to the television or to a Xbox, and they believe pretty much everything it says, and their character and their demeanor and their nature, their attitude is shaped and molded by the television, by the things that are of Satan? It's Satan worship. And they worship the beast, saying, "Who is like the beast? Who is able to fight with him?" And he was given a mouth, speaking great matters and blasphemies. And he was given authority to do so for 42 months. So, the first beast had that deadly head wound. And it says he went on for 42 months, and he opened his mouth and blasphemies against Yahuwah, to blaspheme his name and his tent and those dwelling in heaven. And it was given him to fight with the set apart ones and to overcome them. And authority was given to him over every tribe and tongue and nation, and all those dwelling on the earth whose names have not, remember that, have not been written in the book of life of the slain Lamb from the foundation of the world shall worship him. If anyone has an ear, let him hear. He who brings into captivity shall go into captivity. He who kills with the sword has to be killed with the sword. Notice how in like the KJV, it says he who goes into captivity shall go into captivity. He who is killed by the sword shall be killed by the sword. It doesn't even make sense. But this, here in the scriptures, it lets you know basically what that really said. Here's the endurance and the belief of the set apart ones. And I saw another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb and spoke like a dragon. And he exercises all the authority of the first beast in his presence, and causes the earth and those who dwell in it to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. And remember, that was a head wound. And he does great signs, so that he even makes fire come down from the heaven and on the earth before men. And he leads astray those dwelling on the earth because of those signs which he was given to do before the beast, saying to those dwelling on the earth to make an image to the beast, who was wounded by the sword yet lived. And there was given to him to give spirit to the image of the beast, and that the image of the beast should both speak and cause to be killed as many as would not worship the image of the beast. And he causes all, both small and great, and rich and poor, free and slave, to be given a mark upon their right hand and upon their foreheads, and that no one shall be able to buy or sell. Okay, we'll skip that for now. So while I was thinking about the image being the television, I thought about who has brought forth the television, who has, and it has to be a beast. It can't be Philo. He was just one man. But who did I mention that he is a part of, who he is a member of, right? And do they not pretty much control the whole world? Yeah, they have other, branches, like the club that starts with a J, that is the Order of JC. You know what I'm talking about, for those of y'all who don't know. And maybe if you private message me or comment, in the comment section below, I can assist you in what I'm talking about. So we all know that that group of men that I said that this guy that made the TV was a member of, we know that they, in their doctrine, they, they live their life according to the Kabbalah tree, right? The Kabbalah tree. And that religion, according to a lot of different places on Google that I have found, a lot of people say that the Kabbalah, that the ancient Kabbalah tree is the most oldest religion known in history. So it's the oldest religion. That Kabbalah tree predates Yahusha. It has been around for a very long time, right? And I'm going to go out on a limb and say that it's been around since the garden, but we'll save that for another video. So I was thinking, if the second beast is the free people, who would be the first beast? And so you can call it by chance if you want. I was scrolling through YouTube, and I seen this Knights Templar video, and it said the Knights Templar, the most powerful secret society known in the history of the earth. Okay? And then I got thinking about the French Revolution, and that time when the Pope had a lot of the Knights Templars beheaded. Okay? And at one time, like that video said, they were so powerful that most people didn't fool with those guys too much. And I'm sure there were people back then, when they were talking about fighting those fellas, I'm sure somewhere at some point in time someone said, who is able to make war with these guys? And I'm sure that same statement was, or that same question was asked about the free brotherhood that we have today. Okay? And they run everything. Hollywood, healthcare, the military, religions, everything you can think of. School is ran by the free Stain Brotherhood. The free Stain Lodge on this earth. The stain that is the Freemasons. I'll go ahead and say it. So I'm going to come up with a word that we can use to circumvent having to say that. Those people, those men that are in that, and it's not just men, it's women too, and children. They have their own little branches, you know, and sects. But in that video that was talking about the Knights Templar being the most powerful secret society ever, at the very end, they were, you know, tossing around theories on where they might have went to, the Knights Templar, because I guess it's still a mystery on where they ended up going. But one of the theories amongst scholars or historians was that they went to London, I think it was, to assist in the start of the free Stain on Earth membership. Brotherhood, I don't know. I'll have to sit down and think of a name for those guys, because I don't want to be saying them on here all the time, because I want to try to make my content in a way that would leave these videos, especially the ones that are important, that all of us hear and share with one another. You know, I want to make it in a way that it might stay up for a while. You know, I don't want to be making things that's just going to get me knocked off the air as soon as I put it up. But yeah, so they were connected, and if you think about it, it says that they were a lot like, the second beast was a lot like the first beast, and they had all the authority and power that the first beast had. And the first beast, it said they had a deadly head wound. Well, you could say that that time when they all got beheaded could be that head wound, and we know that they come back and survive that. But I heard that when they come back the second time, they weren't the same organization that they were in the beginning. So like I say all the time, do your own research and look into that if you're interested. I know I am. I'm going to do some more digging, because I know there's a lot of people that they still wonder if scripture and prophecy is just a big fairy tale and a fantasy. Well, I have quite a bit I could show those folks to prove them wrong. But these things right here, that once they read them and see the pinpoint accuracy, like I said before, they're going to have a hard time sticking with that theory, with that opinion and that point of view. But for now, I'm going to get out of here. I love y'all. I will be back with more, and if I get booted from YT and Facebook, I'll figure out a way to get back to y'all. I love y'all. Shalom, shalom. Peace out. D's out.